Alright, Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches his word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And yeah, today I just want to title this lesson, The Proud Will Suffer, which that's the results of being proud. The results of pride is destruction. Matter of fact, let's start off with that because pretty much different ways and outlooks and paths lead you to a certain destination. And ultimately, the just to simplify, it's gonna either lead to life or death, man. Which the only way to life is through Yahweh Shai. Tell you that on the way in the truth and the life. But anything else outside of that is death. And one of those things that leads to death, pride. It's going to lead to destruction. So this is Proverbs 16 and 18. It said, pride goeth before destruction. See? So pride actually going to lead to destruction. It says, and a haughty spirit before a fall. See? So a haughty spirit, and that's what you see now. This pretty much the pride of these people, the haughty spirit of these people. Now we actually witnessing these people. Starting with Esau, Edom, and everybody that's liking unto him is pretty much they're they're uh they're falling off, man. You know, they now you're seeing that that pride is going into that next phase. So ultimately, it's just mourning, and anguish, which is going to ultimately lead to death, man. So the pride is going to suffer. Which who's the source of the pride? The so-called white man. Which pride is one of the things that's on the Lord's hate list. Matter of fact, let's get that. Proverbs 16. It's like Proverbs 6 and verse 16. It said, these 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him. See, so on this hate list, pretty much is these different characteristics. That's what the Lord hate. And then 7 means completion. It means the Lord completely hates you if you have all these attributes, which we know that the so-called white man have all these attributes. So let's see what's number 1 on the hate list. It says a proud look. See? So pride is the no. You see on this list, the Lord hates the most. Which like I said, that's one. That's the characteristic of the so-called white man. Matter of fact, this is this stigma that has been put upon him. Pride. Is everywhere this man, proud to be an American. The few, the proud, the Marines. That just always him with the so-called white man. And that just further proves that he's the son of perdition. Because ultimately, that pride is gonna be turned into destruction. Man. So this is the book of Obadiah, verse 3. It says, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee." See, so as you can see, it's woven in this man DNA to be the proud. Oh, it tells you that what contributes to this man pride is it tells you that in Psalm 73, pride compares him about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. Because by the way, this man, his military, he's able to wreak havoc on planet Earth or to terrorize the planet Earth. And it tells you in Jeremiah the 49th chapter, his terribleness have deceived him, man. Which is him, by the way, of him wreaking havoc throughout the planet Earth with his military. But that contributes to his pride. He's able to, so-called get away with things, which the Lord is building the case upon this man. But it said, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. And hey, these are the Caucasians, so-called white men. The cave dwellers. He was in Mount Seir at Mount Seir. Then his address changed to the Caucasus Mountains. Now you got in the modern sense, by the way, these condos, these skyscrapers. You know, even here in Birmingham, it's an actual spot called Red Mountain where these devils actually stay on the mountain, man. But also it says that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So even though his habitation, his living quarters are high, but even this nigga mind, he's high minded, man. You know. But what's gonna be the results of that? It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, see? And it said that he exalted himself as the eagle, which is the high flying bird. And this is what he do by the way of him saying that even his so-called philosophy of evolution, that when you roll the dice, it fell in his favor. That he the one that came out on top. That he's the highest form of being. That he's the most high. So this nigga, he's on himself as the highest flying bird. It says, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord. See, so the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, let him get to that point just to bring him down. And that has been the case with all these kingdoms. The Lord got all these different kingdoms at their very height. You know, where it just seemed like there was no way they're going to be brought down like the Egyptians. You know, hey, you had all these other nations coming to the Egyptians, man. You know, Pharaoh had his magicians, and you know it was perceived that they was never go out of power, but the Lord took them out at their height. You know, the Persians and the Medes, the Greeks, the Romans, but here in America as well, the Lord's gonna take this devil out at his height, at the height of his pride. That's when he's gonna be overthrown, and everyone that's contribute with this man, that's fellowshipping with him as well, they're gonna fall too, man. Like I said, we are in the beginning stages of that pride being transferred into mourning, which ultimately going to transfer into death, man. Because that's the destination of pride, man. Let's get that. The book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach 10. Oh no, let's get 13 first. Matter of fact, and I go back. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach 13:1. He that touch a pit shall be defiled therewith, and he that have fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. See, so you touching pitch, and they let you know pitch and is tar, which is ultimately it defiles you. It defiles you, and that's the same thing with pride. Pride defiles you, you know. But if you gonna have fellowship with this proud man, the so-called white man, that means you're gonna be proud as well. But ultimately, you're gonna die just like this nigga. You're gonna pretty much suffer the same fate as him. Why? Because you have a fellowship with the proud. So if you in the same car together, that means the whole car gonna get hit. You know, because you were fellowshipping with this man. So let's go to Sirach 10 and verse 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart, see, is turned away from his maker, see? And that's what you have seen by the way of the so-called white man. Because how do you part from the Most High, Yahweh Shemel Shai? It's not like you walking away from the Lord. You got in a big argument and you walked away. No. You don't follow the laws and his commandments of the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shai. The path of the Lord. You know, that's how you depart from the Lord, by not following his ways. That's why it says, and his heart is turned away from his maker, meaning where you got a whole nother mindset. You don't make moves in fear. You know, and that's what the so-called white man have done. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. Like I said, he is woven in his DNA to be proud. It's like you. You know, this Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It said, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. See, so as you can see, that's pride at its height, man. You knowing that you going off, you doing things that's off, that's contrary to Yahweh Shemel Shai. but it's not executed speedily. You was able to, this devil was able to do things and get away with it, so to speak. But really, it's the Lord building a case upon this man. Oh, even when this nigga used Obama to so-called make homos, you know, legally married and get them all these different rights, let you know it was fully setting them to do evil. That's proud as hell, man. You were doing all these abominations. You were, stealing continents and robbing resources. And on top of that, you say, you know what? Let's make it law to be a homo, and you blatantly, coming against Yahweh Hashem Shai, man. But it was fully set in your heart to do evil. Meaning what? It was you pretty much disannoyed Yahweh Hashem Shai. You didn't have the Lord in your hearts when you made that decision, man. This just further proves that he's the wicked. Matter of fact, continue on. It says, for pride is the beginning of sin. See? And he that pour it, and it's like, and he that have it shall pour out abomination. See, so to let you know, Esau is the source of the pride. Why? Because abominations has been poured forth. And there's and you seeing it now upon the people is spread upon the people, man. It's okay now to be a homo. It's okay for these abominations, even just this man and these so-called delicacies by the way of pork and lobster, man. That's pouring out abomination, but it was from the pride, was the so-called white man's the carriers of it. But what's going to lead to it? It says, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. So as you can see, pride ultimately is going to lead to death. That's the destination. That's what ultimately going to lead to. And that's why the title lesson, the proud will suffer, because ultimately that's what's about to happen, man. These people think they got everything figured out, because of what the so-called white man puts. Ultimately, that's ultimately gonna be to your detriment, man. Because this nigga is in shambles now. We're in a time where the Lord is about to humble, these people, man. Or they will say the Holy Spirit before fall. So the way the Lord's gonna humble these people is not gonna just it's not gonna be a slap on the wrist. It's gonna be by the way of death and anguish. How the Lord's gonna humble these people. This is 2 Esdras 8:50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. Why? So it says the great misery is going to be done to the people that dwell in this world. And that word dwell is not just you because you stay in America. No, it's the ones that hang their hat here. That pretty much got the same mindset. And you don't have to be a full-fledged, full-blooded patriot to dwell in the world or to be a part of this world. If you need America to be here to accomplish any goals, that's you part of the world. Then that's you dwelling in the world, because you need America to continue to do this, to do whatever you got to do. It says because. So these great miseries are going to come because they have walked in great pride. See, that walk meaning where that path, their way of life. Because when you proud, that means you make decisions without thinking about consequences, without thinking about the causes and effects. But that's gonna be the effect. The reaction to the action of pride. It's gonna be great miseries, man. And we in that, like I said, we in the beginning stages of the beginning of sorrows. So it's gonna get to a point where before it get to you ultimately dying, it's gonna transfer into mournings. It's gonna transfer into sorrows. For ultimately you get a base. So matter of fact, what's that? Bear with me. The book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse. I'll just get to the point. Baruch 4 and verse. Yep. 34. It says, "For I will take away the rejoicing of a great multitude." See, and her pride shall be turned into mourning, and that's the stage that we in now. The pride is being turned into mourning. It's to the point now where people are already admitting that America is finished. You know that this place is through. It's being turned into mourning now, man. It's not so. You're not so proud to be an American now. It's not cool to be a U.S. citizen. Why? Because now it's turned into mourning now. Oh, it tells you that pump is brought low. You're being brought down to the grave. These people are being abased now, man. These their rights are being taken away. You got a lot of resistance, but now they seeing it now. They let you know they're suffering now. You got resistance. That means you ain't cool with the situation no more. And that's what you got with just the regular old Joe Sixpack Edom. They resisted. Why? Because they feel that pressure. They feel the mourning, the sorrow, and the anguish that's coming upon them, man. But that's the results of being proud. That's the results of being proud. So ultimately, what's going to happen? These people are going to be abased, man. So matter of fact, let's end off on this. The book of Daniel, chapter 4 and 37. And this is after pretty much the Lord gave Nebuchadnezzar his reasoning back. To make a point, man. So this is Daniel 4 and 37. It says, "Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and install and honor the King of heaven." See, so it got to the point where Nebuchadnezzar had to acknowledge the powers of heaven and earth, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And there was other kings that did as well. But as you can see, he had to learn the hard way. He had to learn the hard way by the Lord taking away his reasoning. Him dwelling with beasts and, Well, this is going to play out on a bigger scale with the Lord pretty much violently overthrow this place, America, man. And before that, all hell is going to break loose. It's going to be, it says, evils, only evils, man. Nothing but sorrow and anguish and distress. Oh, it tells you that how much she'll glorify herself and lives deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. See? So that pride is going to be exchanged for mourning and sorrow, man. And it tells you, even with all these scourges, they still ain't going to acknowledge the power of heaven and earth, man. It says, "Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, and all works, and it's like all whose works are truth, and his ways judgment, and those that walk in pride, he is able to abase. See, so those who walk in pride, the Lord is going to abase, man. And that walk, that path, that outlook, you think you got to figure it out. The Lord is going to abase you, man. And that's what we're saying now. These people are being abased. The proud is now suffering, man. Which ultimately is going to lead to their death. Because that's the destination of pride is death. So yeah, I just hope that we edify. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kudash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect. Let's teach the word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. DTA, Abba, Baba.